Here are the untold struggles of life in South Korea. Back in the late 20th century, the country was undergoing rapid changes. There were families torn between tradition and modernity. Young people, especially, faced immense pressure to succeed. Why? Let's delve into this complex narrative. Number 1. Post-war reconstruction. Rising from the ashes. The Korean War 1950 to 1953 left South Korea in shambles. The war not only ravaged the land but also the spirit of its people. Cities were reduced to rubble, and the economy was shattered. Poverty was rampant and resources were scarce. People faced daily battles to secure basic necessities like food and shelter. In this post-war chaos, many children became orphans, and countless women were widowed, leading to fractured families and communities. The psychological scars of the war were deep. Survivors struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) and other mental health issues. These challenges were largely ignored as the focus was on physical rebuilding. With international aid and a relentless national effort, South Korea slowly began to rebuild. The journey from war-torn desolation to a thriving economy is a testament to the resilience of its people. However, the untold stories of suffering and hardship during this period are a poignant reminder of the cost of war. Number 2. The struggle for democracy. The Gwangju Uprising. In the 1980s, South Korea was under a harsh military dictatorship. Political freedom and civil rights were stifled, and the atmosphere was tense. In May 1980, the city of Gwangju became the epicenter of a bloody confrontation between the government and its people. Students took to the streets, demanding democracy and freedom. What followed was a brutal crackdown by the military, resulting in a massacre. The official death toll of the Gwangju Uprising remains disputed, with estimates ranging from a few hundred to over 1,000. The government's response was merciless, and the city was left in shock and mourning. Despite the violence, the uprising became a powerful symbol of resistance. It highlighted the people's yearning for democracy and their willingness to fight for it, even at great personal cost. The sacrifices made in Gwangju played a crucial role in the eventual democratization of South Korea in the late 1980s. Number 3. Economic struggles. The IMF crisis of 1997. The Asian financial crisis of 1997 hit South Korea hard. The economy collapsed and major companies went bankrupt. Unemployment soared and families were plunged into poverty. The streets filled with people who had lost their jobs, their savings, and their homes. The country was on the brink of financial ruin. South Korea received a $58 billion bailout from the International Monetary Fund (IMF). This lifeline came with strict conditions, including austerity measures and economic reforms. These measures, while necessary for economic stabilization, had severe social impacts. Income inequality deepened, and the social fabric was stretched to its limits. Homelessness increased, and the suicide rate spiked. The crisis left deep scars on the nation's psyche, reminding everyone that economic progress can be perilously fragile. Number 4. Urbanization and housing issues. The rise of Goshiwons. South Korea's rapid urbanization led to skyrocketing housing prices, especially in cities like Seoul. Affordable housing became a critical issue. Many low-income individuals, including students and temporary workers, turned to Goshiwon's tiny, cramped rooms often lacking basic amenities. These spaces were barely larger than a bed, with thin walls offering little privacy or comfort. Living in a Goshiwon is isolating and stressful. Residents often face mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. The government has made efforts to address the housing crisis, but progress has been slow. The reality for many remains a daily struggle to find a decent place to live. The plight of Goshiwon residents underscores the darker side of South Korea's urban success story, revealing the harsh living conditions that many endure in pursuit of better opportunities. Number 5. Education pressure. The cost of success. South Korea's education system is renowned for its rigor, but the cost of this success is high. Students face immense pressure to excel academically. The competition is fierce, and the expectations are relentless. Many attend after-school academies called hagwons, studying late into the night and sacrificing sleep and leisure. This intense academic environment takes a toll on students' mental health. Stress, anxiety, and depression are common, and suicide rates among young people are alarmingly high. The system, while producing impressive academic results, often leaves students burned out and exhausted. There are growing calls for educational reform to reduce this pressure and promote a more balanced approach to learning. However, changing a deeply entrenched system is no easy task, and the struggle continues. Number 6. Work culture. The burden of long hours. South Korea's work culture is demanding. Long hours are the norm, and overwork is often seen as a badge of honor. Employees frequently work late into the night, sacrificing personal time and health. This relentless pace contributes to various health issues, including sleep deprivation, stress-related illnesses, and higher rates of cardiovascular disease. The work-life imbalance affects family relationships and overall well-being. Parents often miss out on spending time with their children, and personal hobbies and interests are neglected. Recent labor reforms aim to reduce working hours and improve work-life balance. However, cultural change is slow, and the pressure to work long hours persists. The struggle to find a balance between work and personal life is a continuous battle for many South Koreans. Number 7. Gender inequality. The fight for equal rights. Despite high levels of education, women in South Korea face significant barriers to career advancement. The glass ceiling is a harsh reality, and gender discrimination is pervasive. Women often earn significantly less than men for the same work, and workplace harassment remains a serious issue. Efforts to combat gender inequality are ongoing. Women's rights activists tirelessly fight for equal treatment and opportunities. Their efforts have led to some improvements, such as better maternity leave policies and measures to address workplace harassment. However, the struggle for true gender equality is far from over. Cultural attitudes are slow to change, and the fight continues to ensure that women have the same opportunities and respect as their male counterparts. Number 8. Aging population. The silver tsunami. South Korea is facing a demographic crisis. With one of the fastest aging populations in the world, the country is grappling with the challenges of an aging society. The birth rate is declining, and life expectancy is increasing. This shift places a significant strain on social and economic systems. Many elderly South Koreans live in poverty, relying on inadequate pensions and social welfare programs. The healthcare system is stretched thin, with rising costs and increasing demand for elderly care services. Intergenerational conflict is also a growing issue, as younger generations feel the burden of supporting an aging population. The government is seeking solutions to these problems, but the challenges are immense and the stakes are high. Number 9. Mental health stigma. Breaking the silence. South Korea has one of the highest suicide rates among developed countries. Mental health issues are a major contributing factor, yet they remain heavily stigmatized. Many people avoid seeking help or discussing their struggles due to fear of social ostracism and shame. The lack of mental health services and professionals exacerbates the problem, especially in rural areas. The government and various organizations are working to raise awareness and reduce the stigma surrounding mental health. Campaigns encourage open conversations and seek to provide better support for those in need. While progress is being made, breaking the silence and changing attitudes towards mental health is a slow and challenging process. Number 10. Technological advancements. The digital divide. South Korea is a global leader in technology, with widespread internet access and advanced digital infrastructure. However, not everyone benefits equally from this technological progress. There is a significant digital divide between urban and rural areas and among different socioeconomic groups. While cities enjoy high-speed internet and cutting-edge technology, rural areas often lack basic digital infrastructure. This divide limits opportunities for education, employment, and access to information. Additionally, the rapid adoption of technology raises concerns about data privacy and cybersecurity. Efforts are being made to bridge the digital divide and ensure that technological advancements benefit all segments of society. The challenge is to balance progress with inclusivity, ensuring that no one is left behind in the digital age. South Korea's journey from a war-torn nation to a global economic powerhouse is marked by resilience and determination. However, the untold struggles faced by its people reveal the complexities behind its success. And that's it from this video. See you in the next one.